see you.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, excellent.
Very happy to be here.
Excellent.
27th, right?
Yes,
And still March.
it's so much.
Deserve it, right?
Yes.
You deserve it. About how my name was pronounced in different places of the world, in different events. Oh, that's you?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good artist.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I come, unfortunately, very rarely, so when I...
We can attract some of the Hungarian drivers.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm a big fan of railways, so I enjoyed so much as we were driving here,
Yes.
seeing the old...
Yeah, it's about 435 acres.
because there were some, let's say, destroyed areas. In this building.
Maybe about 30%.
30%. And how many people you have all together in the ministry?
About 2,000.
2,000.
To Kenya by the President of Hungary in January.
Your Excellency, great to see you.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you for having 7th, right?
Yes,
And still March.
it's so much.
Deserve it, right?
Yes.
You deserve it. About how my name was pronounced in different places of the world, in different events. Oh, that's you?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good artist.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry. Right.
We can attract some of the Hungarian drivers.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm a big fan of railways, so I enjoyed so much as we were driving here,
Yes.
seeing the old steam locomotives and the carriages.
Yes, that area is going to be a railway museum.
Open air.
Open air.
Oh, great. And that's in this building.
Maybe about 30%.
30%. And how many people you have all together in the ministry?
About 2,000.
2,000.
Kenya and Hungary share a strong bond of friendship evidenced by the exchange of a number of high-level visits between our countries. These include the visit to Kenya by the President of Hungary in January 2022, visit by the Speaker of the Hungarian Parliament in March 2023, and last we opened an embassy in Budapest to further strengthen these good relations. We have just concluded a very fruitful engagement where we have exchanged views on the current state of between our two countries. We have deliberated on the key sectors of our relations, including trade and economic cooperation, agriculture and food security, education, environment and climate change, as well as regional and multilateral cooperation, among others, and shared ideas on new opportunities to improve the balance of trade between our two countries.
Your Excellency, hello. Great to see you.
How are you?
And still March.
It's still March.
Deserve it, right? You deserve it. About how my name was pronounced in different places of the world, in different events. Oh, that's you?
Yeah, that's right. That's my picture.
Good artist.
Yeah.
Great. I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I come unfortunately very rarely, so when I...
We can attract some of the Hungarian private sector.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm a big fan of railways, so I
by the President of Hungary in January 2022, visit by the Speaker of the Hungarian Parliament in March 2023, and last week we hosted the Minister for Agriculture to strengthen these good relations. We have just concluded a very fruitful engagement where we have exchanged views on the current state of our relationship and explored how we can strengthen and consolidate these relations between our two countries. We have deliberated on the key sectors of our relations, including trade and economic cooperation, agriculture and food security, education, environment and climate change, as well as regional and multilateral cooperation. On trade and investment, we held in-depth discussions on ways of enhancing trade and investment and shared ideas on new opportunities to improve the balance of trade between our two countries. Accompanying the foreign minister, and they are meeting with the Kenyan businessmen and women to share on...
Your Excellency, hello. Great to see you.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, excellent.
The two sides will also sign an agreement on the financing of two key projects by Hungary. They include the rehabilitation and upgrading of the pumping station in the Hero irrigation scheme in Kisumu, and the establishment of the Kabonyo Regional Service and Training Center of Excellence in Kisumu. This focuses on fisheries, and I am confident that at large. On environment and climate action, we have shared our concerns on the existential threat posed by climate change and underscored the need for efforts to reduce work collectively to advocate for a more reformed and inclusive global climate financing framework. On the multilateral front, I have sought the support of the Minister, His Excellency, the President's global agenda on climate action, biodiversity protection, and the need to accelerate green growth. We have agreed to work together in addressing the global dialogue in financing for development promotion of inclusivity and equality, as well as teaming up to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. I have sought Hungary's support, and I do so again, in championing for a fair and just multilateral system with a more inclusive global financing architecture. I have also extended an invitation for Hungary to participate in the upcoming IDA 21 Replenishment Drive Summit to be held in Nairobi on the April 28th to 29th this year. As I conclude, I take this opportunity to once again thank His Excellency the Minister, Peter Siato, for the fruitful engagement and measurable milestones we have achieved today, recognizing the tremendous opportunities our relations present for the mutual benefit of our two countries. I reaffirm Kenya's commitment to deepen and broaden our relations with Hungary and to look forward to many more engagements in the future. Thank you. I hand over to you.
What an honor it is for us to be back to Nairobi after 8 years. The last time I had the honor to visit here was 2016. And this year, especially, I'm happy to be back because this gives me the chance to personally celebrate the 60th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic ties of our relationship. And this relationship has been characterized by mutual respect for the last entire 60 years. And the significance of this mutual respect is increasing now as we have been living in an era of dangers. Era of dangers characterized by wars all around the world and an ever-growing threat of terror. And unfortunately, the African continent has been specially exposed to the growing threat of terror. And growing threat of terror is one of the most significant root causes of migration. So therefore, we in Hungary recognize and appreciate a lot of the role Kenya has been playing, 1,000 refugees for a long time now. And we understand Kenya has to mobilize all its efforts and capacities to counter the threat of terror, especially putting into consideration that terror organization Al-Shabaab is being present here very heavily. And I have to tell you that from the European perspective, the more successful Kenya is in the anti-terror fight, the more successful Kenya is in taking care of the refugees, the more safe and secure circumstances we do have in Europe. Because the security of Europe starts with the stability of Africa. Therefore, we need those countries a lot, which through their efforts can enhance the stability on this continent, and therefore Kenya definitely deserves all of our support. And Hungary does support Kenya in order to become stronger and more developed, because the stronger and more developed and more stable you are, the more secure we are back at home. So today, and we do not only help in words, because everybody can help in words. We do help with actions as well. So today, 2 contracts will be signed about preferential loan provided by Hungary to Kenya to an extent of $15 million, which equals around 6 billion Hungarian forints. And under the framework of these 2 contracts of preferential loan, Hungarian companies will establish a center of fisheries and a modernization of a regional irrigation system. With these 2 investments, agriculture of Kenya will be modernized and the security of safe food supply will also be improved. On the other hand, the Hungarian government has made a decision to ensure a financial assistance of 200 million forints, which equals around $500,000, to establish a agricultural education and research center, a pilot farming project basically, where Hungarian seeds will be planted, researched, and used to modernize the Kenyan agricultural system. On the other hand, we continue to provide 200 scholarships for the Kenyan students on the Hungarian universities. And since there have been 3,000 applications submitted year by year in the recent 4 to 5 years, I think it is a good reason that the minister has put forward the request to increase the number of scholarships in Hungary. If the number of submitted requests continue to grow, then we will definitely put this very positively into consideration. In order to attract more students, not only from Kenya, but from the entire Eastern African region to Hungary, we decided to expand our Education Hungary recruitment office, which will now offer the English language courses of not only 4, but 6 prestigious Hungarian universities. Today, we hand over the expanded capacities of this recruitment office here in Nairobi as well. Our agricultural university will sign 3 agreements with local companies and research institutions to improve agricultural cooperation. And I'd like to welcome the fact that Kenya has decided to build a nuclear power plant. We do welcome that another country enters into the club of pro-nuclear countries, which helps to decrease the emission globally and which helps to contribute to the climate goals, to the green goals, among them those which have been set out in the plan of your president, which we cherish a lot. So today we have signed an agreement just in the last minutes about a nuclear education and training cooperation, in the framework of which we will offer our capacities to train the upcoming nuclear engineers and experts of Kenya. And we offer to hand over the experiences of our regulatory framework, which has been in place in Hungary for a long time, since Hungary has been using nuclear for 5 decades now. Last but not least, Hungary is taking over the presidency of the European Union as of 1st of July. I heard and I agreed with what the minister has said about a desire for a more fair and just and balanced international political system. I agree, because nowadays international political system is more about lecturing and criticizing instead of working together. So Hungary is gonna taking the fair share in this regard, and we are happy that last year economic partnership agreement between Kenya and European Union